Okay. All right. So welcome to the Where's the Finish podcast. I am Shae,
I'm Joe.
I'm Kevin. Let's go.
and I want to turn you down a little bit.
I told you, he's going to be way too loud for us.
You did tell
sorry.
me.
He's like annoyingly loud.
I love you guys.
So today is going to be our first podcast, and basically we're going to talk about running and running adjacent things like pooping and eating. So kind of just wanted to give everybody kind of a brief history of our running lives. We are based in Ocala, Florida, which is in Marion County, and it is the best place on the planet for running, and I'm not biased at all. So I'll go ahead and start with my running history. I formerly played roller derby for about 6 years, and then I started running in late 2017, and I did my first 50K in 2018, and then I just have kept going to stupidity. And that's kind of my running in a nutshell.
Yeah, what we do is kind of stupid, I think.
Yes.
At least people that know me and know what I do think it's stupid, but whatever. So yeah, my name's Joe Miller, and I had to run for work. I hated it. I was in the military and I was in law enforcement, and always had to pass a PT test. So I was always a back of the pack guy and hated running, and so I never really clung to it. But I was always a strength guy. I started lifting weights whenever I was about 13 years old. And I competed in powerlifting, did some bodybuilding, and really enjoyed that. Was very successful with it. Had a couple of American record powerlifting.
What's your total?
I had
What's the total? I don't know what it means, but I know to ask about the total.
So I was a raw lifter, which meant I didn't use any equipment. No.
Naked. You did it naked.
Yeah, well.
It was raw.
Naked would be fun. I mean,
Ow.
but
There's a cat.
so
Cat.
yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Ugh. Go away, kitty.
Okay, so I was raw lifting when it wasn't a thing.
I'm sorry.
So
Okay, yes. Raw lifting.
Unequipped.
So no strap.
No straps, no nothing. Just
I
me.
lifted weight one time.
So anyway,
Was it awful?
It was awful. I hated it.
I had an unequipped bench press at 405 pounds. And,
Wow.
660-pound deadlift, and I missed my best squat. But I was edging in on about a 750-pound squat. So, and
At what weight?
at the time I weighed 214 pounds.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but see, that was that's why I started running, because I was 214 pounds as a power lifter. But when I stopped lifting, I got really fat. I kept eating, and I was up to 340 pounds, and I'm only 5'6", and I was stressed out, and I needed to do something with my life, and I needed to get fit again. And I had COVID back in when it was just coming out. Like, I was literally the first COVID case in my zip code. And
You got it when it was like fresh off the press.
yeah, like it
Yeah.
was, yeah.
You got like, you're like, oh yeah, I'm getting this hot shit.
like April 1st of 2020, it was mine to have. So, and it really hit me hard, because it was in the early stages when people were dying from this stuff.
Man.
So yeah, I didn't recover real well, and I wasn't feeling good, and I went back to the doctor and found out that I actually developed diabetes during that time frame.
Oh crap.
Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, I need to start doing something. So I started walking and started jogging a little bit, and in about a year and a half time, I lost 110 pounds.
Yeah. So one fun thing that we all have in common is that we've all lost over 100 pounds
That's
in
right.
our lives.
Yeah.
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 So I'm formerly 250. I sit right now kind of about 160. And you were...
I was 340, and I'm
340.
230 right now.
Yeah, I think I was like 265, 270, and I'm about 170 now. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, the running was a means to an end at the time, but then it became a lifestyle. Like, I was doing it to
A lifestyle or a problem?
Probably more of a problem because now I'm hooked and I can't do anything else. It takes up all of my time. And so now, like even podcasting about it now. So
it's fine.
and so I wasn't doing really good on my own with it, but then I found a running group, Marion County Runs. Yeah. So I was out doing training on my own, and I had done my very first ever 5K race. And I decided.
Wait, what 5K was that?
It was the Fellowship of Christian Athletes 5K out of Baseline Road in Ocala.
Oh.
It was their very first inaugural event, and a buddy of mine talked me into going out and doing it. So, and it was local, and I had been doing some training on that same trail, so it was a good place for me to do it. And, the very first time I ever ran the distance, I was working out in South Dakota. I was an acting chief of police out there for a while, and I remember as I was trying to get in shape, I was out on this paved bike track, and just I felt really good. I was closed in on that 3-mile distance, and I was just about to be done, and I was pushing as hard as I could, and I was just so excited that I was getting ready to finish this distance. And this little old lady, she had to have been 80 years old, walked past me.
Oh man!
But was she like one of those crazy power hikers though?
She probably was, but for for me, it was demoralizing. So I said, I'm not going to let that happen again. Anyway, so I stuck to it, and I've done over 40 races now, and I'm hooked. Nice. Yeah, I'm hooked. So, yeah, I mean, and I found a running community, and that's really what helped me. And just a little over a year ago, I did my first half marathon, and now I'm an ultra runner. So
yeah,
I'm getting ready to do my 4th 50K.
Yes,
let's go.
So yeah,
you can be as loud. I can just turn you down. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
You can be as loud as you want. Just turn down your volume a little bit.
So yeah, that's how I got into running, and so pretty social guy. So I spend a lot of time getting out there and meeting people, and I just enjoy the community part of what running has done for me. I went from road running to trail running because I've seen these sassy girls on our trail runs every weekend. I'd be out there running. They're coming off the trail looking like they're having fun. And
because we had cookies and snacks.
So when I got
no gels out on the trail, just snacks.
When I got my half marathon done, I'm like, I'm going to do this. So someone asked me to.
Well, okay. First of all, we tried to bully you for like 2 months. Me and Susan kept saying, Joe, come out on the trails with us. And you're like, no, I have this road half marathon. I'm not hitting the trails until I do this half marathon because I know I'm never coming back from the trails if I go there. So
welcome to the dark side.
And it was freaking like discovering a whole new thing, like a new lifestyle for me, because I grew up in the woods, hiking and hunting and being outdoors. And so very outdoor savvy. And we live in Florida, and I'm a native Floridian. I was born and raised here, so I'm really familiar with this area. And so it was just a natural segue for me to go from walking and hiking to running on the road to going back and doing trail. And so I don't know, I do some road running now, but the trail is where my heart's at. So
love that. I love trails too.
So yeah,
can't wait to get to
tell us about
what's next thing.
Yeah, tell us about how you fell in love.
Oh man, well, so my name's Kevin. I am not a native Floridian. I relocated to Florida here a few years ago, and I started this weight loss journey, and it's been a few years, but I lost a bunch of weight and picked up running. So I did a 5K in September of 21. I want to say it was. It was my first 5K. I was very, very proud of that. I'd started running about 4 weeks prior to doing my first 5K. And one of my friends was like, yeah, so you should join a local run club. So I looked online and found Marion County Runs. That's how I know you wonderful folks. And I just went on Saturday.
I don't know you guys. Why are you in my house? I'm sorry. I can't help it.
And when he found the group, he reached out to me and sent me a message on Facebook Messenger, because our group is, a Facebook group, that runs. And my first thought was, this guy's like, his profile, he looked like one of the Backstreet Boys. He looked like
want it that way.
Tell me why.
Is that NSYNC?
You know it's not.
Oh, okay, just checking.
I loved his.
You know you're a Backstreet Boys fan. No NSYNC. Only Backstreet Boys in this house.
You know, a funny thing. You know, my wife grew up with Howie D from the Backstreet Boys.
What?
Yeah,
What?
They were childhood friends.
Are you serious
Lived
right
in the
now?
same neighborhood and went to
Wait.
school together.
Why are we just now hearing
We got
about
a
this?
Howie D connection here.
Yeah.
They
Fangirl.
need to rekindle their friendship.
Hey, you remember me from elementary school?
Howie D, come visit me.
Anyways, go ahead, Joe. I reached out to you on Facebook Messenger.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I mean, and he was such a handsome looking fellow there.
Strapping.
But
Strapping young
he did reach out, and we talked about when we ran, and I was surprised when we went to the 49th Avenue Trailhead on the Santos Trail system, and he was there, and he went for a run with us.
Yeah, so up to that point, I just showed up. And when I was there, I was like, hey, so I'm Kevin. How far are we going today? Joe's like, oh, we're going to go 10 miles. I'm like, okay, that sounds good. Mind you, I had not ran past like a 5K yet at this point. So just like some random
Did you have a vest?
No.
Did you have nutrition?
No.
Did you have any kind of water?
No.
Okay, this bodes well. This is exactly why you run like you do right now. Doing dumb stuff. Not the not prepared stuff, but the dumb stuff part.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
So and I only knew like one speed, right? And Joe's like, oh, we're gonna do some run walk intervals, and we're gonna be very direct with our interval walking. And I'm like, okay, well, I want to, I don't know anything about this, so I'm just gonna go out there and run. So I went out there and ran, and I didn't see these guys at all, like till they turned around, and then I saw them, and I had to walk like the last couple of miles to the finish because I was just not prepared, even the slightest, for this. But when I got back to the trailhead, Joe showed up, and he starts laughing at me, and I'm like, Joe, what? This is the first time I met you, bro. Like, why? What's so funny?
no.
He's like, you need to look at your shirt.
I'm laughing. I'm laughing right now,
yes,
just
I know
remembering
this
it.
story.
Yeah. So I looked down at my shirt, and I literally, my shirt is number 11 because I was bloody. My nipples were like sandpaper on this heavy cotton shirt that I will never ever wear again.
He had race stripes. It was
man.
great.
Oh man.
And I told him, I said, I give him, because I was a bigger guy, and I've dealt with some chafing before, so I already learned my lesson, and I told him all about Mr. Nipples. So if you haven't heard of Mr. Nipples is a nice product that you can buy off of Amazon for like $10. You get like 1,000 of these things. They're just little pasties for men, and they have literally saved my life.
Why are they only for men? Why are Mr. Nipples only for men?
I have never heard of a woman with race stripes.
How about Mrs. Nipple?
Where's Mrs. Nipple?
It's like Mrs. Pac-Man.
I was just going to say like Mrs. Pac-Man. Although you guys wore some Mrs. Nipples, so
I mean,
that's a story for a different day.
those are my pasties that I purchased.
we're not meant to lactate, and so we're not used to liquid coming out of the end of our nipples.
No, that was a sensation
God,
I did
that's so
not enjoy.
gross.
Yeah, it was not fun.
Oh, just the idea.
So that's how I met Joe. And,
Is it like when you get bloody nipples, you just squeeze it like a lady?
No.
Yeah,
God,
see, exactly.
what
That was
are you
was the
doing?
picture he put in my head of a lady just going and it's blood.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah.
how it works.
I hope not.
But what doesn't work is getting in the shower after you're done
yeah.
with it. And anyone that's ever had any kind of chafing, especially runner's chafing, knows how you might not even know you've chafed. But the moment
No.
you get in hot water, you know
find it.
You find it really quickly.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so your story.
Yeah.
11.
So number 11, and that's Joe and I have been best friends ever since. So here we are. But yeah, just we've talked each other into doing some really dumb things.
Super dumb.
Yeah.
We did some training for a 6-hour event last August, Dirty Beer Run in St. Pete, and that was a miserably hot race.
How hot was it?
It was very hot. It was like 110. It was
Yeah.
ridiculously hot that day.
So hot. No shade.
No shade.
I was running an event that was much cooler that day. So
Yes,
yes.
it was miserable.
But I highly recommend everyone have an opportunity to run a miserable race.
Oh yeah.
Oh
great.
yeah,
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say dirty beer run. I'm like,
Well, I
fuck
mean,
no.
if you
Yeah, you're
need a
gonna-
miserable
but-
race,
Yeah.
and
That's
you
the
don't
one.
have one,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
And I'm sure it's not like that every time. It just happened to be that weekend. It was that hot.
I mean, isn't it always in
It's
the
always in
summer.
August. It's
always in a very exposed place with a very
Yes.
white pier.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm never running St. Pete Pier again.
No, I did that pier for Tampa, and I was like, no, I hate this. This pier is like 8 million hours long.
Yep.
So we're talking about doing a 6-hour run. She did a
Oh,
100-mile run.
I know.
By the way, that's the Tampa 100 she's talking
Well,
about.
I only had to do the St. Pier. The St. Pete Pier
Say
one
that 5
time.
times fast.
St. Pete Pier, St. Pete Pier, St. Pete Pier, St. Pete Pier, St. Pete Pier.
Yeah, I think I did it like, 6
Great
times?
job.
Something like that.
Yeah, I don't even know how many times I ran it, but it was way too many. I PR'd my distance PR that day, but
That was the day you became an ultra runner.
that is true. That is a very true statement. That is the day I became an ultra runner. Wow, that's something to think about.
Yeah.
I
In the
ran.
dumbest way. Yeah.
Yeah,
And 110 degree
Yeah, it was
heat
stupid.
index. It was horrible.
let's do it again.
Yeah. So we'll do some more miserable
Okay,
stuff.
cool.
Yeah.
I like it. But yeah, other than that, I just been really focused on doing some training. I got a running coach, and really been focusing on upping some distance here. Just did my 60K, Skunk Ape 60K last week, and then we'll talk about that some more here in a minute. But just some fun things coming up here real soon. So.
Yep. So Skunk Ape 60K, we all did the 60K. You guys know more about the race director. This is the first time I've run one of his races. Oh, no, it's not. Just kidding. This is the first time I've run out at the Green Swamp.
Yes.
And I volunteered there in the past, but you guys know a lot more about his whole racing.
So yeah, shout out to Joseph Fuller. Like, my very first trail race, by the way, was a Ragnar trail race. And that was the Ragnar, Florida, and went out and did 3 loops.
Well, mind you, this was
about 16 miles.
2 weeks after your half marathon when we're like, get on the trail now.
Well, in my mind, I was ready, but I didn't know that I was physically ready. And I went out and I did good, and I didn't fall and I didn't die. And that was really good for me a week later to do that.
I mean, is it really a trail run if you don't fall?
You know what? I've never felt.
Yeah,
I've had some wood to knock on.
Man. You got
On trail,
You've never wait, whoa, hold up. You've never fallen on trail?
never.
I'm fucking pushing you down.
this is yeah.
I'm straight,
Somebody get a drone and follow
straight
him.
pushing you down.
You know,
next
the
time I
thing
see
is I'm so close to the ground, being so short and round. It's really hard to get off balance when you have such a low center of gravity.
you. Yeah, I have these Eiffel Tower legs that I fall over
Yeah.
all the time.
But but to segue, my what I consider my first real trail run was Joe Fuller's Skunk Ape
Revenge. Yeah.
the 30K. So he had a 30K and 60K event. Of course, we did the 60K this year.
Yep.
And our good friend James Mathis had been working out at the aid stations with Joe and had become friends with him. And I actually bumped into Joe at Long Haul 100 that year when we went and volunteered in the middle of the night. It was cold. And
Yes, Long Haul 100 is in, now it's up in
Colt Creek
State Park. It used to be, in another place I can't remember, which was my first 100. It's a really good run race by Amy and Andy Matthews of A1 Ultras. And I always love doing the night shift because you see people in the middle of the night, and I have some amazing stories of people. But anyway, sorry, continue.
yeah.
We saw Joe Fuller.
So, I saw Joe Fuller out there, watched him nearly melt his clothes with my little buddy heater that I had out there. He was standing right on top of it. And that was the first time I met him. They're like, hey, Joe, your clothes are getting ready to melt off of you.
He didn't care.
He did, yeah.
I'm sure he didn't care.
He had just DNF'd another 100. So,
Yeah,
he-
absolutely.
yeah. So, but I've done a couple of his races now, and I've been helping him out with his first 100-mile race. He's getting ready to host the Skunk Ape 100.
It's
Second.
going to be his second one. His
did-
Tampa.
We forget about the Tampa 100 being a Joe Fuller race, but it's a young guy with a lot of energy and just smart as a whip. And I probably learned more about him through his own podcast. So he has the Florida Trail Runners podcast.
Yep.
And which I love to listen to that one too. So plug on that if you hear this one, go listen to that one.
There
too.
will be a link in the show notes. So
Yeah, and great guy, and he was the one that hosted the race we just did. So
Yeah. So I've ran. I did the first aid station because I got injured last year, and I did the aid station for you guys and took a ton of pictures of you on the first go around. But I did Joe's other 2 races last year, the Skunk Ape 30K.
30K night run.
Night run.
The night run, and then I did the wild boar half marathon last year. So those are both really good races.
And then you did both of them, and you guys both have the jackets.
We do.
Yeah, so
Yes.
we ran the entire series and got
Yep.
a jacket from it. So super cool thing to do. I had no idea that was going to happen. So real proud of that nice little jacket.
Yeah, I wear it everywhere. I'm gonna wear it Saturday actually.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We have a race Saturday as well. So
Yes. So first, let's talk about the 60K.
okay.
So we all ran it. We all came in with different plans, different pacing strategies. My pacing strategy is run. And then if it hurts to run and it hurts to walk, then run.
That's great logic.
Yeah. No, I just kind of took it chill and ate snacks all day because I have a big race next weekend. So I didn't want to like super kill myself. So my goal was to have fun because I had already signed up for the race. And when I tried to drop down to the 30K, Joe Fuller told me, well, I already printed your bib. So like, oh, well, fuck. Okay. So I guess I'll run the 60K. So that's kind of how I came about running the 60K. So,
And what did your coach say whenever you told him you were going to run the 60K?
so my coach is very, so I've told him I'm running like a marathon or a 50K. Usually I ask him like, quote unquote, usually like a Monday or Tuesday of like, hey, can I run a 50K this Saturday? Is that all right? And sometimes he says yes. And then with this one, he's like, you can volunteer, you can do the 30K, you can do the 60K. You're fine with ultras. I know you're fine. You're not going to do anything. Race it or not, whatever you want to do. Because I have, so he has like total trust in me on that. So he really didn't say anything, just more like, thank you for telling me in advance. Because I was going to go the route of ask forgiveness,
Yes.
not permission.
It would be really hard to coach Shae because I know what she does to her poor coach. She drops in like, hey, by the way, I'm going to run 100 miles this week. And, I don't think
I don't think I've ever done a 100-miler just like
200.
with a week.
You did 200.
Maybe a 200.
Okay,
Dropped
okay,
into 200.
okay.
I mean,
Well-
let's be real.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
It may have been mid-November, and I told him I wanted to run a 200-mile at the end of December. So he knew a couple weeks in advance.
You just came off a 100-mile run with the Tampa 100, by the way.
And then I did the Savannah Urban Ultra. So, no, he had... like,
And then you did Ragnar.
It was fine. It was fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
He rolls with it.
I don't think he questions you. He's like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
You just tell me what you want to run. And
Yes,
I'll plug it into the schedule.
That's what he does. And then like builds a schedule around it and makes me do stupid speed work.
So let's go back to the 60K. So what was your finish time on the 60K?
8:01, 8:02.
What was the best part
Ooh.
of the 60K?
Oh man. Okay.
Let's talk about
so-
the race. Like break it down
Yes.
for us.
Okay. So the best part. Well, okay. So first, in my first loop around the berm section, I met up with this guy named Kevin, not you, a different Kevin. And I ran with him for the rest of the race, and we were just talking and chatting, and it was such a really fun time that we just got to chat the whole time. And he was doing the 30K, and I was trying to get him to drop up, which we need to talk about the drop up concept.
Yeah, let's go.
I was trying to get him to drop up to the 60K, but he was not able to do that. He had some friends that he was driving with, so he couldn't do it. So then after that, I was like, okay, well, I'm going right back out. See ya. And then I almost turned left when you're supposed to go straight right out at the start. And I see somebody, I'm like, hey, do you know which way it is? I don't remember. This was hours ago when I came through here. So it went straight and basically just kind of chilled, listened to a book, because I don't listen to anything the first half of any race. Like I don't do that. I gotta like take it in. And then my highlight of the race is I'm coming into the last aid station, and our buddy Chris is there taking pictures. And so of course, like I want to give him a good picture. He's got a very nice camera. So I'm like leaping in the air. I leap once, I leap twice, I leap the third time, and then I start to trip. And so he took like this amazing series of photos of me almost falling before I saved myself. So I think that was like
It was great.
She looked like a superhero.
Yeah.
Like she had wings.
It was epic.
yes,
saves.
those were my bat wings.
Bat
It was
wings.
So nice.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so that was I think the highlight of my race.
Cool. Yeah. So for me, this was kind of like a goal race for me. I started working with a coach, Scott Hoover, back in what was it, November?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and so through December, January, he was helping me prepare for this 60K. And, this is coming off of not having a great 50K back in, I guess it was October when we did Gate to Gate.
Gate to Gate.
Yep.
Yeah. So, speaking of dropping up, me and Kevin went out and did the September Summerfest.
Let's go.
We had signed up for, I think it was like 35K.
Yeah.
And it was just one extra loop. And, I'm like, well, if I'm feeling good this day and it was cool, I'm like, let's drop up. And
But
so
weren't you guys not feeling good because the course was horrible?
it was the hardest course. There was so much elevation. Florida, you would not think this is a place with elevation, but it was like a little canyon that you're running up and down through.
It was bullshit. I mean,
it was.
shout out to the race director. It's a great race, but I was not ready for that.
We did not expect the difficult
elevation.
terrain that it was. But I mean,
yet you still dropped up.
so it still felt good. Kevin, I had to pull him away from the aid stations and threatening with you. I'm like, I'm gonna tell Shae if you don't keep going, quit whining.
I literally sat in the truck for 40 minutes before you came around for that last loop. I was like, I'm done. I'm not going back out.
That's how much faster he is than me, by the way.
I sat there for 40 minutes and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go back out because I know what Joe's gonna say. If Joe finished a 50K before I finished a 50K,
never live it down.
Oh yeah.
I would never live it down.
No, right now it would be telling the story about how Joe just like pointed and laughed at you while you were in the truck and he's like 50K.
However, when we did finish, we finished together.
We did.
Kevin let me step a few ahead of him so that I could, beat him.
That's right.
But
you earned it.
He ended up with a really...
Okay, did you actually just like beat him and trip him and then be like, I'm going to not come in?
No, but he's the one that got the trophy. He got the DFL.
I got the DFL award.
So the
DFL.
Yeah.
I love a DFL.
So for
Love a DFL.
I mean, we do have a bunch of runners on here, but for those that don't know what DFL is, it's dead fucking last.
Yes.
So he was the dead fucking last person, that guy. And he got a really nice plaque. Mike Martinez, the race director, kudos to what he does. He makes sure even the last person gets good recognition. So,
yeah.
But that was our first 50K.
I'm pretty sure that's Russell's race, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
You and Mike both?
Yeah, I think Russell took it over from Mike.
Yeah, I think
so. I think Mike started. I think, Russell was the race director that day for that event. Mike was off doing another race.
Somewhere else.
Yeah. So, that's how we kind of broke into it because we dropped up. But
Drop
up.
Who drops up? Nobody drops up. Like, what are we doing?
I love the term drop up.
But
I would love to drop up at a race.
But the 60K, the Skunk Ape, for me, I really had a good time. I mean, actually, I felt pretty good through the race. I wasn't really super excited about my performance. Looking back, I'm like, I could have did so much better. But then,
at the moment,
yeah,
you're just like, fuck this, fuck that. And then later you're like, why didn't I just suck it up?
I still ended up with 2 PRs though.
Let's go.
I'm a slow guy, but I still PR'd my 50K.
Hell yeah.
And I still ran my furthest distance with the 60K.
That's what's up.
So Michelle Marino went out with me, and we started and finished together.
Nice.
So we ran.
So here's the thing: when you guys were together, I was like, "Oh my god, they did the whole race together!" And then come to find out, you guys did not do the whole race together, which is just hilarious to me.
She is so fast when she's walking, and so she pretty much power walked.
Power hike in practice pays off, and she's also got real long legs too.
Yeah, and I had to run to keep up with her walking. She would walk ahead of me. I would run to catch her, and then I would walk, and she would pull away, and then I would have to run to catch back up with her. That's what it was at the very end, like this little yo-yo motion of this little slow fat guy trying to keep up with her.
So what was your favorite part of the race? Like, what was one memorable moment?
Dude, I love the berm. So I may be the only person that runs this race. So the berm is what everyone talks about on this race.
I don't get the hype. So this is my first time seeing the berm, being on the berm. Like everybody's like, feel the berm, be afraid of the berm. And I'm like, yeah, okay.
We did have the advantage of being, back of the pack runners.
Yeah,
I did. So,
True.
So the really fasties went out there and plowed a trail for us through that deep dirt, and I would hate to bend their legs.
You're welcome.
Because they they made a path for us. That was my strategy.
Yes,
Go slower than them, let them do all the work.
Well, I was thinking too, is like, okay, so all the people doing the 30K ruck, by the time we're on our second loop, all those people with their 35-pound packs will have gone through, and that thing is going to be flat as concrete. And honestly, there was like a very flat
There was
path
a
through
nice
there.
section on the
Very nice.
So the berm is a three-ish mile loop where there's a fire cut, and
It's a lollipop.
yeah, it's a little lollipop, and they plow that up to make a fire break. So if there's a wildfire, if they're doing prescribed burns in there, that the fire won't go out of the little area. And
What's interesting, the guy I was running with, or the people I was around, they had no idea like why it was like that. And I was like, well, let me give you a lesson in this, because they weren't, one of the guys wasn't from the area and had never even known about prescribed burns or anything. So it was really cool.
Yeah.
So,
but they take that tractor through there and they plow that booger up. It's 12 inches of soft Florida sand.
It was bullshit. I don't care what y'all say.
But I am from the weightlifting background that I had. I do have strong legs.
Your trail name's Calves, bro.
abs.
So
I wonder why.
but when I ran through it, I was able to maintain a really good pace through it. I didn't lose a lot of speed going through the berm, and so I really enjoyed that. It's fun. It's good for my ego whenever I'm passing much stronger runners than me.
Yes.
Going through a technical, difficult section.
Or anytime.
Yeah, or anytime.
Anytime.
Anytime I can run past
just-
anyone.
You run past anyone,
Oh,
I'm
man.
feeling great.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm kind of not like, I don't have the runner's body, right? I don't look serious. I'm wearing a sparkle skirt. I'm wearing neon pink shirt. Like, I look ridiculous, and I embrace that. And so then when I'm just like bopping along, and then there's this guy that's like muscle bound.
David Hasselhoff.
Yeah, like some guy that's just built and looks like he should be muscling through everything, and I just do past them.
Nice.
You can see their face just be like, that girl's passing me? Really?
And it's so good for my ego.
It's good for my ego, and I feel bad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, muscle guy.
However, I will say I spent so much energy going through the berm on that first loop that by the time I got to because when you come out of the berm, you're about mile 12.
Yes.
By the time I got to mile 15 and got out to this long stretch of a dirt road, and I hate dirt roads anyhow, they're hard to run on. But my hips just seized up on me. And,
You should do yoga.
oh, yeah. If I'd have had
Yoga.
Kevin out there with me, he'd be doing squats and stuff in the middle of the race.
I absolutely would have. Yes.
So I ended up having to walk about 4 miles. And after I got back to our little aid station, changed out my shoes and socks and got everything and got going. About 4 miles of walking, I was able to start running again. And so that's probably why I kicked myself in the butt, on this, because
the walking?
For the walking. And I'm
What
like,
would you have changed?
gosh.
Would you have done some stretches?
No, I probably would not have ran as hard as I did through the berm.
You should. The right answer was yoga.
There was
Took up yoga
There
in
was
January.
probably some electrolyte deficiency too that contributed
Okay,
to it.
Juan.
So maybe I didn't eat enough or didn't drink enough electrolytes, but it seized up on me big time. And but
Yeah, definitely electrolyte imbalance.
yeah.
Yep.
But once I got to start
some
running
chips.
again, I matched up with some guys from my ultra team, the folks that I train with, and we hung together for a couple miles, and then I left them behind. And when I got back out to that, after going through the berm, I got back out to that dirt road section again. I seen Michelle about a mile ahead of me on this long straight dirt road, and I'm like, I know that's Michelle. So I just started running, and I ran, and it took me forever. But I'm like, I am going to catch her before we get off this dirt road. She's just walking,
Yeah.
and here I am doing my little truffle shuffle, trying to catch up to her. And I finally did. Right as we were getting ready to leave that road to go back out on the trail, I had caught up to her and was able to stay with her to the end of the race. And that's one of the great things I love about trail running, because if I can't run fast, at least I can run far, and I can
Yeah.
socialize and have fun during the meal. We can eat all the good food and drink all the good drinks, and we can have Fireball, and we can.
Isn't an ultra marathon just an eating contest with some running in between?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it
Okay.
is.
If you hear that sound, that's the cat. He's rubbing his head against the microphone.
He just wants pets.
He just wants pets.
So yeah, I mean, me and Michelle was able to start together and finish together, and there's not a trail race I have been to that I didn't come back with some new friends.
Yeah.
That's a true statement.
And that I haven't learned something about someone, because listen, we tell our deepest, darkest secrets to complete strangers when we're out there running, and that's part of one of the reasons why it's so therapeutic for us, and I think one of the reasons we all do it. So
Running is therapy.
what about your 60K?
Oh yeah, my 60K. So I had no plans. I just
Nice.
literally went in like whatever happens, happens. I know for me, fueling is always a very important thing because I kind of struggle with that just from previous experience. So I made a conscious decision to just eat at every aid station as much as I possibly could. So just cramming food in my mouth and kept moving. So
What was your favorite thing you ate?
so our buddy Chris had a secret stash of gummy bears for me at Aid Station 4. I was very happy about that. Shout out to Bob's Pickle Pops. I had some pickle pops throughout the at every aid station. That really helped a ton with hydration as well, and some electrolytes. But chips, ate some chips. Anything sweet, it was I was eating it. So. But he is
He loves it
he
so
definitely
much.
wants pets. But yeah, so I finished the 60K 7 hours 53 minutes. I ran with one of our friends, Audrey Zanata. So her and I ran pretty much from the beginning through the whole first loop together. Second loop, she was having some issues, I think fueling and some other things, but I did not see her until the very end. And she had caught me at like 0.2 of a mile and passed me. So
you didn't think about like tripping her?
I definitely did not. Absolutely
No?
not. No way. She earned every bit of that coming back from where she was.
I
at.
asked that so, like I'm surprised, but I would never trip anybody either.
Never, not at all. Not my friends, but maybe people I don't know.
You trip me up all the time, but not on my feet.
But I do.
You say something silly, and that gets me. You know,
yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of
Not a
silly stories
physical
we can talk about. But yeah, so she did finish ahead of me. She had a great race, so did I. I mean, I was very proud of that. Did PR my 50K.
Hell yeah.
And
You
PR'd
your
my
50K
distance.
in a 60K race.
I did, yes. Let's go.
No. No.
Wow. You,
I'll learn it eventually.
wow.
This is the one I meant to press.
I like the first one better.
Oh.
I think the first noise was
That
better.
applause went on really long.
That's a standing ovation.
Guys, thank you so much for all the applause. I feel so loved. Thank you. But yeah, so good stuff there. Joe always puts on a good race. So I've done this course before because I did the night run.
Was it better at night or in the light?
I think it was better during the day. Yeah, even though it was 60K instead of 30, it's definitely a much easier race to run during the day than at night.
So the one thing I was thinking of, there's like a section with like little bits of hills where you actually do want to power hike rather than run up the hill.
Yeah,
Yes.
the ridge.
Yep.
Oh, is that okay?
So that's the sand dunes from where the beach used to sit in Florida. Long.
Okay. So here's the question: when you guys were doing it at night, did you run those, not realizing what kind of hike they were up?
No,
I would say no to that. And the reason why is because there were so many people on the course. Like you could see everybody's headlights and where they were.
Oh, okay. So you could see they were higher up
Yes.
than you were.
You're
Okay,
like, oh
that makes
gosh,
sense.
that's coming up.
They shouldn't be that high up.
I'm like, I don't want to do that, and I did it.
and I knew it was there. I mean, I knew it was coming because
Yeah.
I think it was a Michael Alpert's video or something I'd seen, like a preview of the Skunk Ape course, and so I knew that this section was coming, and that the recommendation was to walk up it.
So I did zero research on this event at all because I did the aid station at the night run.
So you thought you knew everything.
No, I knew nothing. I knew nothing. I knew there was a berm. I knew there was the like Lime Rock Road because when I was doing the nighttime aid station, I was like, you follow that road for how many miles to the finish? I don't know. That's all I knew. That's all I knew about the courses. There was a Lime Rock Road at some point. There would be some animal skulls, and there was something called the berm.
There were skulls. There was skeletons.
Oh, there was a whole ass skeleton out there.
Yeah, lots of deer carcasses.
I do recommend that race. So that is a great race. I mean, it's
And
just,
if you're just really kind of getting into, getting serious about trail running, that 30K distance is a fabulous run.
It is.
I mean, it's really hard to kind of muster up the power to go back out for a second loop,
I felt amazing. I felt great. That was a perfect storm for me.
I know that he does typically have a drop down or drop
He does.
out.
So most people, like a ridiculous amount of people, drop down. But I will say, literally 2 minutes before the start, he said, if you're not feeling a second loop, you can always drop down. I'm like, come on, man. Don't give people the incentive to do that.
That's
Make
okay.
them ask for it.
Means I'm
That means
tougher
you're
than
mentally stronger.
I'm tougher than they are.
That's true.
I'm just saying.
But then there's a potluck afterwards.
Yes. Yep.
Always the best food at those races. No beer this year.
There was beer. You just came in too late. We drank.
Is that what happens?
I wasn't going to tell you that.
So if you go out on a 60K, you better
Wait,
have
is
a
that
stash.
true?
That is true.
Was there?
Yes.
Oh, well, I came in 10 minutes after you and I didn't see beer. Shh. Okay, there was no beer.
No beer.
I drank it.
I wanted.
There was a singular beer.
I
and you
did
drank
want a
one
beer after that race was over.
I love you guys. Just saying that.
We are drinking beer tonight.
I'm not.
There's something wrong with you.
Well, you guys didn't give me a glass.
This
What? I would have given you a glass.
this
okay.
Duke's Mayo is really good.
That is not Duke's mayonnaise. That is
It's
a beer.
It's a beer, but I mean, it's just called Duke's Mayo, so it's good.
Yep. It's a chocolate cake.
Yeah,
Chocolate cake beer.
Yes.
Delicious. So, next up, we have now done the Skunk Ape 60K, and now you guys are going to your back-to-back weekend of crazy. Tell me about that.
Well, so Shae here is a race director as well. So she has a race that is the Painted Horse Urban Ultra. So
Tell me more.
it is a urban 50K around the city of Ocala, highlighting all of the painted horses. They have these like models, or I don't know how would you
So
explain
basically
them.
like a fiberglass horse statue that
There you go.
various artists they've commissioned to paint them.
Yeah, a lot of cities have these things. Like
Yes.
They
some
do.
have,
Yeah.
some have
I want to say
fish.
Nashville has guitars. St. Pete Clearwater has dolphins. And my favorite one in St. Pete Clearwater, it was at the Clearwater Beach at Ron John Surf Shop. They had the Hooters dolphin. Now, this is a dolphin that
it
is
have
wearing a Hooters
Hooters?
shirt that fucking has cleavage. It is a dolphin with cleavage. I took my picture with it at the Tampa 100.
perfect.
Yes.
I love it so much.
I love dolphins now.
I think you love Hooters.
I love Hooters and dolphins
Dolphins.
with Hooters.
Okay.
Did you know that dolphins are one of the only other mammals that have sex for fun?
Wow.
Yeah,
What's the other one?
humans.
Wait, y'all have sex for fun?
Some of us do.
Where's the bad?
no.
Where's the bad joke button?
I think that qualifies.
Definitely did.
Wait, you guys have sex for fun? Oh no, I thought that was like a record scratch of something else. Just kidding.
No, didn't make it.
Didn't make the cut. No. That's B-roll.
No B-roll, only roll.
So I'll be honest. I wasn't anticipating doing back-to-back weekend ultras.
Agreed.
But this is my friend Shae's race, and I've got to support her, even if I have to crawl 50K.
I'm carrying you, bro.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm ready. I might die, but I'm ready.
I mean, it's just a sightseeing journey there's like 3 long stretches of nothing, right?
yeah.
How long is long?
Like 4 miles.
That's not long.
No. And there's going to be stuff out there.
Every new trail runner, I tell them, listen, trail racing is just a long hike with some running thrown in.
Yeah.
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 That's all it
And
is.
snacks.
So I really like any kind of urban stupidity. Like that's kind of my jam. I think I've done more road ultras than trail ultras for sure. And I like doing back in 2020, I ran at least like 6 homebrewed ultras between like 50K, like 3 50Ks, a couple 50 milers, just really dumb stuff. Like I have this one route through Ocala from my house that's called the Dumb Idiot Ultra, and it goes by a couple different things.
Is that the one that goes by the donut shop?
No, that's the donut run. So that goes from my house to Tasty-O Donuts and back home. Then I've got another route that goes to 4 different Cuban pastry or like Cuban restaurants. And you get pastries.
I like food.
Yeah. So
Tell me
this
more.
is a similar thing.
So how did you come about with the idea for the painted horse, and how long have you been doing it?
So I thought about it back in like 2019. I was like, there's so many of these. This is so cool. So I started kind of like seeing where they were. And then I decided, I want to run to all of these. So I kind of just put the route together, and then COVID happened. So I ended up doing it in 2020 by myself with my ex. And then I actually held the race in 2021 and had a bunch of people come out, and it was point to point then. And then I went to grad school, and my life disappeared for a while, and now it's back.
Yay. And we get to do
So
it.
change the route. There's more horses. Because they had a revival kind of thing of like Horse Fever 2020. And then there was like 20 years later. So they added like 10, 20 new horses.
The real question is there a horse at Hooters with cleavage?
No. Do we have a Hooters?
We do.
Okay. I was like,
We do.
is there
And
a- I don't
Hooters
even
has
know if
cleavage,
there's
but I
a-
don't know about the horses.
Well, okay. So they need to get a horse.
Is this on the course? Just asking for a friend.
No.
I might stop there.
It will be close.
I
Within
was-
a block, I believe, you're going to run
I
past
think
it.
you're right,
Yeah.
actually.
So, I mean, if we had to take a lunch break in the middle of the race,
Where is the Hooters?
It's behind on Easy Street by the AMC Theater.
Oh, no. That's going to fuck you.
It's off 200-ish.
we're going to run down 200.
You'll be near ABC.
Yeah, we're right there.
right there.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
if you
it's
guys
like-
want to go to Hooters.
It's like a block from ABC.
You'll be there pretty early in the morning, though. It's going to be like,
Yeah, and no one
8:30
wants,
a.m.
no one wants to see Hooters girls without their makeup on at like
Oh,
8
yeah,
o'clock in
that's-
the morning. Yeah.
Horrible idea.
that's horrible. You can't say things like that.
That's horrible. Jesus.
So, yeah, and actually, because I know several race directors, I'm going to kind of try to break into it. So I'm doing a fat ass run. For those
Yes.
that don't know what fat ass is, that is free. It doesn't cost anything. They're kind of informal.
Did you say free?
Free. It's really like a bunch of people just getting together to run. And so I'm doing a fat ass ultra, a 50K out in the Ocala National Forest. There's so much.
What's the name of your race?
So it's the Two Prairies 50K.
Nice.
And there's so much trail out there, and there's so little running going on in it. I mean, it's amazing how
Well,
much.
it's kind
out
of
there.
nowhere,
Yeah,
right? There's nothing out there.
it's perfect for ultra running. Perfect.
Yes.
So we helped Shae. Me and Kevin helped Shae do the Cross Floor 200, and we have a group that we all work on.
You guys, quote unquote, helped me. You guys carried my broken ass through across Florida 200. Would not have finished it.
Yeah.
No
That shit was
way in
fucking
hell.
wild.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was so much
Oh
fun.
boy.
So it was
That's a story for
crazy.
another day.
So yeah, we could have like a whole episode
Yeah.
to talk about that. But we did help like a dozen people do that race this year through that area, and some made it that area, some didn't. But that's part of the Across Florida 200 course, and a lot of people haven't seen it or don't know it exists, and it's really the oldest section of the Florida National Scenic Trail that goes to the Ocala National Forest there through Juniper Prairie, and it's some of the prettiest trail in Florida.
Yes.
So-
I mean, we are very spoiled. Like I would say in Ocala, Marion County is the best part of the Florida Trail.
But we have no races, so we're breaking into that area, and
Yeah.
Shae's race directing. I'm kind of dipping my toes
I
into
mean,
it.
I'm not necessarily race directing. I just want other people to do the stupid shit that I do.
She has
so
she has
then I'm
a
going to give
race.
them awards for it.
Yeah, and I want to show off our trails. I'm so
Yes.
proud of my hometown, and Joe is bringing the Skunk Ape 100 to our area, so that's really going to be the first really significant trail race in
yeah.
Yes.
our area.
Mm-hmm.
So that shows you how much trail running and ultra has grown to sucker in people like us into doing it.
Yeah. So speaking of future, then with the Skunk Ape, besides the Two Prairies, I'm doing the Two Prairies. It's on March 16th.
Yep.
It's gonna be awesome.
I'm also doing it.
You're doing it.
Yep.
Are you hanging out at the start finish?
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to race direct.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be 3 staffed aid stations, and it's my race, so I guess I need to be there to kind of coordinate, keep things going. But I do intend to go out and do one more course preview. If anyone wants to go out and see the
Yes.
south half.
Yes.
But me and Chris just did the north half, and we're ready to go. It's going to be a great race.
Nice. That's awesome.
So then future. So what are we doing at Skunk Ape?
Yeah, so I've signed up for the Skunk Ape 50 miler. So that's going to be my longest distance to date. So
Yeah, and I'm going to be there working with Joe Fuller, just kind of keeping the race going. I'll be down there with my camper, staying at the Santos campground for like a week.
excellent. I will also be staying at the Tosh.
Cleaning trail, marking trail, and keeping the aid stations going and whatever else needs to be done. So I'll be out there working. You'll see me.
Nice. What about you, Shae?
It's bittersweet for me because I already signed up for a race like ages ago. So yes, I would love to go be on my trails for a race. I'll do it next year, but this year I already have a race. So
What race?
the Badwater Salt and Sea.
Oh man.
So it's you stay with a team of 2 to 3 people and you stay with them for the entire race. You're a team. You have to start together. You have to finish together. You have to be within like 50 feet of each other through the entire thing.
So does this race have any connection to the Badwater race?
Yes. So it's by Chris Kosman, who is Badwater. It's kind of like my way of starting to build my Badwater resume.
Like Badwater 135. we're
Yes.
talking.
Yeah. So I kind of want to eventually 2026 maybe go for Badwater. So this is kind of my like resume building. Because I've already done a couple races like Ball State and Keys 100. Those are kind of like things you want to do to kind of get your Badwater credit or like, kind of show that you can do the really hard, humid, awful stuff. So.
Yeah, and aside from race directing, I am working a little bit with new runners. I'm not a running coach, but I have been a strength coach, and I'm looking at maybe getting my certification so I can just have more knowledge. But I've really been able to dive in and help quite a few people, probably a dozen or so people that have went from non-running to 3 to 5Ks to 10Ks to half marathons, and worked with one person to do her first marathon. And so I really enjoy that part of running too. So
I mean, you and I ran. You kind of built a training plan for me in the beginning when we first started together.
yeah, and I coached myself out to my first 50K, you know, and you to your first 50K. So that's also something that I'm kind of interested in, and getting more involved in that part of running also. So
Nice.
it's all very rewarding.
So what other races do we have on the calendar this year?
So, speaking of coaching, it's not always easy, but coaching your own spouse is interesting. I've been working with my wife, Stacy.
As a person without a spouse,
Yeah.
I cannot relate.
So, luckily she takes instruction pretty well, and I have to
Very well. We love Stacy. Stacy's
can't-
amazing.
Stacy is an amazing human being.
I cannot push her like I would push someone that wasn't my spouse, because she thinks it's a personal attack, I think.
Stop pushing your wife, Joe.
Yeah.
But she's doing really well. She's done probably about 24 5Ks, and since August she's done like 6 or 7 10Ks. She's working her way up to the half marathon. She's doing Gasparilla for her birthday.
Nice.
Not this weekend, but the following weekend, and I'll be out there running the 15K with her. I think she's half marathon ready, but
Oh yeah.
For sure.
For sure.
but she doesn't think it yet. So we all know that running is also a mind game.
It is.
And but she is ready to sign up for a half marathon. So we've been eyeballing some half marathons, and I'll be coaching her.
Two Prairie's 50K half marathon.
There you go.
25K.
Well, I've thrown out the idea of some half marathon runs, maybe on the Santos Bike Trail.
Yeah.
Just because we don't have anything in Ocala right now, we have no half marathon distances.
So I've always wanted to put on the Brick City Ultra, which is basically the Santos paved path, out and back, because it's 32 miles.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Let's do it.
Because it's
Let's go.
What are you doing tomorrow?
Let's go.
Let's go. You gotta do it like that, Joe.
Let's go.
Yeah.
That's Kevin's thing.
That's my thing.
Let's
So
go.
then what else? What is your big race this year? Your big race.
So I've got 2 big races that I'm training for, and one of the reasons why I hired a coach is that I'm doing the Badger 100 in August, and I'm going
Badger 100?
100K.
Oh, you
I got so excited.
And, I'm not ready for the 100 yet.
Gosh, you dropped up.
The 100K, So, but I'm going out with some of my best friends.
That's me.
Yeah.
I'm going too.
So you guys,
Yay.
both you guys are going with me.
Yeah.
Yay.
And our friend Susan.
Yeah.
And Susan.
So we're going to go do the Badger 100K. And then I just dropped the dime and signed up for the Long Haul 100 in January. So
Let's go.
I'll be training for my first 100 miler.
I'm also doing that one.
Yes.
It's going to be great.
It's so fun to do my first races with you.
I know. It's
Even though
Is it going to be your first 100 miler?
It will. That'd
Or
be-
are you going to drop 100 at Badger?
I'm still on the fence with Tampa 100.
Oh, okay.
I'm still
okay.
on the fence with that.
I 100% owe you crewing and pacing at that race.
Yeah, you and Tiffany both.
Yep.
I'm about to call in a favor.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yes.
she needs to throw M&Ms.
I was going to say, no, you get to throw
I need
M&Ms
to
at
throw-
her.
Okay.
She spent like 10 miles throwing M&Ms at him at like 2 a.m.
It was great.
I would
'Cause
want to be
he-
throwing lots of stuff at Kevin, like
She was throwing
rocks
M&Ms.
and shoes and
Yeah.
So
Lots of words.
So you
Yeah.
can throw as many M&Ms at her as you want. I'll get one of those like industrial size bags.
I love it. Just full of M&Ms.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we've got some busy stuff ahead of us. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Besides those big races, there's a lot of little things. We say little, a lot of 50Ks and half
Yeah.
marathons, things
And I know
sprinkled in and out there.
Eventually we'll do some like calls with our coaches and kind of describe how our training's going.
Yeah.
Bitch about any speed work that we get because there will be bitching.
Hills and flats.
Hills and flats, fuck them. We'll do them anyway, but
Yeah.
fuck hills and flats.
God, if I want
I mean,
to do
you-
mountain running, I'd
Oh
live in
yeah,
mountains.
shout out to Brian Frayne, who is my coach and who also coaches Kevin.
Yep. And Susan.
And Susan and
few of
about
our other friends.
Yes, several other friends here in Ocala. He's based out of Wisconsin, and he's making us do really cool shit. He's gonna get me to sub 24 in 2024.
We're doing
My
that.
big goal for the year.
We're doing that next week, just so you know.
Yeah.
We're not doing that next week.
You don't know that yet. But
And I already mentioned I'm working with Scott Hoover with Ultra Ultras.
Yes.
Yeah.
And again, he likes to throw speed work at me. So I am definitely getting
I
faster.
mean, he also throws like a mile of lunges.
yeah.
It's
What is that?
ridiculous.
What is
Lunges
that?
and stairs, and
I won't do 5 seconds of lunges.
he makes me hurt. And,
I did
you know,
lunges once.
Hated it.
Hated it.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
So shout out to Scott Hoover.
Yeah. All right. So we are going to record again post Painted Horse and pre Gasparilla / Lost, and we'll give you more information about that. Again, we are the Where's the Finish podcast. You can go to where'sthefinishpodcast.com, on Facebook, on Instagram. What else?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. I threw it out to them. They looked at me with blank stare. So that is excellent.
So yeah, I mean, you can also find me on Instagram at the Lazy Trail Runner, and I'm also the Lazy Trail Runner Joe Miller on Facebook. So if you want to hook me up on social, I'm there.
Yeah, our link's on our website
Yep.
as well. But yeah, just stay tuned more to the podcast, and we're going to talk more about nutrition and some training. Just some normal everyday things that ordinary people go through during their journey. To extended distances and shorter distances, and just everything in between. So
Yeah, we're not the fantastic, phenomenal athletes that you
No.
might
Nope.
think we are. We're just
if you want to
everyday.
read stories of suffering, you can go to my website, www.shaebay.com.
it's with an E.
Yeah,
What?
Shae
with an
Bay,
E.
with an E.
SHAEBAY.
E.
What?
What?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I was just saying your name.
Okay.
But of course, if we can do this, anyone can do this, and that's what
It's your
we
statement.
want. We want anyone to feel like they can do this.
Ordinary people doing extraordinary things.
Heck yeah.
All right.
Let's go.